Hey, how's it going, GPU heads? Thanks for clicking on my video. 𝗧-𝗦𝗏𝗧𝗦 here. And yeah, like mining on LHR cards is getting more and more exciting with lots of new stuff happening all the time. So we're gonna do two things in this video actually. First, we're gonna have a look at the new NBminer release that claims to increase the hash rate on LHR cards even further while mining Ethereum. And secondly, I'm also going to pick the winners for the Nano giveaway. So let's get to it, right? Alright, so I am at my mining rig right now, and in this rig I have three different LHR cards that we're going to be testing out today. So I have the 3060 Ti LHR, I have a 3070 LHR, and I have a 3070 Ti, which they are always LHR, right? But what I am mostly interested in actually researching within this video is I want to have a look at how far have the LHR unlocking actually come in just this short period of, you know, LHR unlockers, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to download three different versions of NBminer. And so just a little brief history of LHR unlockers, I guess, is that at first when the LHR GPUs came out, there was no way of unlocking them. Then NBminer released a version of their mining software where they claimed to unlock about 70% of the full hash rate potential, right? Turned out to be more by like 6 to 8% or so, reliably. And then what happened is all other miners started implementing a similar technology. Did they copy NBminer's code, or did they all figure it out by themselves? Who knows, right? But they all kind of had the same level of unlock all of a sudden. And what's happened now is that NBminer has just launched another new version that seems to unlock about 74% of the full hash rate of your LHR GPUs, right? So what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm going to download three different versions of NBminer, and I'm going to compare them just so kind of we can see the timeline of what's been going on with LHR unlockers, right? So I'm going to download the last version that did not have a LHR unlocker in it. I'm going to download the first version that had a LHR unlocker, and I'm going to download the latest version that has this even better LHR unlocker in it, right? So let's get to doing that, right? So to download NBminer, you just go to their GitHub page here, and then where I'm gonna go is down here to releases, and I'm going to go chronologically here, right? So the very first version that had a LHR unlock mode is the version 39.0. So the very first version that I'm going to download is this one, 38.2, which was the last one that did not have an LHR unlocker in it, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna run you through quickly how to download a miner if for some reason this should be your first time. I've made a folder here called NBminer versions, and in there I've put my three different NBminer folders. So NBminer with no unlock, NBminer with the first unlock, and NBminer with the latest unlock. And now to download a miner, it is a good idea to make an exclusion within Windows Defender, as well as in any antivirus software you might have installed on your computer. This is just because most mining programs usually get falsely flagged as malware while they're not. Now, of course, making an exclusion in Windows Defender or your antivirus software is done at your own risk, right? But so here's how to do that in Windows Defender. So I'm just gonna come down here and I'm gonna type in Windows Security. I'm going to click on Virus and Threat Protection. I'm going to go down here where it says Virus and Threat Protection Settings and hit Manage Settings. Then I'm going to scroll down where it says Exclusions. Gonna click Add or Remove Exclusions. I'm gonna click Add an Exclusion, a folder. And then I'm going to go to the folder in question, which is this NBminer versions. And then I'm gonna select folder. And it's going to give me this prompt where I have to just say yes. Now what this does is it just won't block me downloading miners into this folder and running miners out of that folder. So we can now close Windows Security and our folder here. And so I'm going to download these 3 different versions of NBminer. So I'm going to start with version 38.2. So I'm going to right click, save link as, and I'm going to put that in the folder called NBminer no unlock. I'm going to save that here. Then I'm going to go here to NBminer version 39.0, which was the one with the first unlock. I'm going to hit assets, right click on the Windows zip file, save link as, just the same procedure. Go to first unlock folder, save that there, and then finally I'm going to go to the latest one. So the one with the 74% unlock, sort of the newer one, right, is this version 39.6. But I notice now that there is a new version here that just has a couple of little small tweaks and bug fixes. I'm not expecting it to have any sort of performance increases over 39.6, but I'm going to download this one anyway since it's a little bit newer. So again, right click, save link as, and I'm going to put that in the latest unlock folder. There we go. Now all I'm going to do is just right click on each of these, hit extract all, and extract to the folders in question. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get us up and running mining with no unlocker. And then we're gonna try with the first unlocker, and then we're gonna try with the latest unlocker. And what I'm curious to see is, because with the first version that has no unlocker, what we should see is pretty much exactly 50% of that GPU's full potential. Because we know straight from NVIDIA that they've said the hash rate on LHR cards is limited to 50% of what that card can exactly do, right, at its full potential. So if we get that as our baseline for what 50% is, that means that using the same overclocks but with the unlockers, we can see just how much NBminer and the other, mining softwares have been able to unlock of that full mining potential of LHR cards. So let's get into that, shall we? Alright, so we are up and mining on the NBminer with no LHR unlock feature, and we are getting about 30 megahash or so on the 3060 Ti LHR version. We are getting, actually, impressively 33.3-ish megahash on the 3070 LHR, and we are getting around 42 megahash or so on the 3070 Ti, which of course is LHR, right? And I've got the best possible overclock settings in place that I could find for these GPUs. So if these numbers are about 50% of the full potential of these GPUs, which I would say is absolutely the case for the 3060 Ti, which, we know full hash rate 3060 Ti's can do a bit more than 60, 61 or so, right? The 3070, if 33 megahash is half, then that means at full hash rate that would be able to do 66. That would probably be a world record for a 3070, since those do come in full hash rate versions, and usually you can get upwards of like 63 megahash on those. So yeah, maybe just a tad bit more than 50% there. And as we don't have a reference for what a full hash rate 3070 Ti would look like, I'm guessing, yeah, 42, maybe that means full hash rate would be about 84. There are some speculations online, depending on the actual physical features of the card, that is roughly what you could be able to expect from a full hash rate 3070 Ti, 84 megahash. It's reasonable to believe that could be its full hash rate. So let's use these as our baseline numbers for what 50% is, except for on the 3070 maybe, that, we know those get up to like 63. So let's run with this and let's jump into the very first unlocker as introduced by NBminer. Alright, so here we are up and mining with the NBminer version, which was the first version that had a LHR unlocker in place. And we can see here we're getting 40.6-ish on the 3060 Ti, we're getting 42.8 or so on the 3070, and we are getting 51.6 on the 3070 Ti. And one thing I do notice is the hash rates are jumping around a little bit in this version, but yeah, those were the numbers we got with that version. Let's jump into the newest and final version for the day, which is the version that is supposedly gonna give us a 74% hash rate unlock. So let's do it. Alright, so we are up and mining in the version of NBminer with the latest unlocker, and we are getting some impressive hash rates here. We're getting 44.45 on the 3060 Ti. We're getting almost 46 megahash on the 3070, and we are getting 56.5 or so on the 3070 Ti. Now, I forgot to mention this earlier, but my 3070 Ti has really poor silicon lottery. I cannot go over 900 on the memory, while I'm sure you've seen other people on YouTube or wherever who can go to like 13 or even 1400 on the memory on theirs. But that's just the luck of the draw, isn't it? But so yeah, those are the hash rates we are getting. So let's do some quick math here. Alright, so it seems we are currently getting 44.6, let's call it, mega hash on the 3060 Ti, which is a Hynix memory 3060 Ti, by the way, and they're usually a little bit worse. And let's say we could get a total of 61 mega hash on that 3060 Ti, right? That means we are getting, yeah, around 73% of the full hash rate there. Not too shabby at all. And then we've got our 3070 here, which just took a little dip here, didn't it? But yeah, let's call it 46 mega hash, right? 46 mega hash divided by 62.5, which is a solid hash rate for a 3070. Yeah, that leaves us at 73.6% of the full hash rate potential there, so just below 74%. And then finally, let's have a look at our 3070 Ti, which is currently at 56 mega hash, let's call it. Yeah, 56 mega hash. Divide that by, let's say this one could do 84, right? All right, so that one is not looking so great. We're getting around 67% unlock there. However, do keep in mind, my 3070 Ti is actually kind of terrible. And I have seen people getting actually 61 mega hash with this latest NBminer version. So just for the fun of it, let's try that. So 61 mega hash divided by 84. Yeah, 72.6. So roughly 73% unlock on the hash rate of a 3070 Ti. Except for me, because mine is kind of crappy. So just to wrap this up, I feel like, you know, it was just a few months ago where LHR was just like, the hash rate is completely slashed in half. People said, you know, absolutely pretty much just avoid these GPUs at all costs if you can. They're not good for mining. And now we've gone from hash rate being 50% to almost 75%. So kind of what's exciting to me about this is that not only has there been a unlock that has, you know, made some progress, but that there consistently seem to be more and more and more progress and new solutions, like we saw recently with the dual mining in T-Rex, right? So I've gone from feeling that LHR GPUs are maybe, you know, try to avoid them, to, I mean, it is looking like these will kind of be unlocked. If not fully, then maybe close enough to fully where it doesn't really matter. You know, like we're at 75% now, up from 50. what's to say they wouldn't be able to get at least another 10 there? And then you're at 85% unlock, which, I mean, a 15% hash rate, that's kind of just like, you know, you could get 15% worse hash rate just because you kind of have crappy silicon lottery like I have on my 3070 Ti. So at that point, it's almost not a big deal, you know, that your card is LHR versus non-LHR anymore. That is very, very exciting news to me, at least. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because I love seeing this progress that the different mining softwares are making when it comes to unlocking LHR. Alright, so it is time to pick the 2 winners for the 𝗬-𝗦𝗏𝗏 Nano giveaway. So I have this YouTube random comment picker here, and if you remember, the rules to enter were you have to mine 2 𝗬-𝗦𝗏s on your Nano address. You need to post a comment on the video mentioning Kiwi somewhere in the comment, and then you also needed to submit in a Google form that I made just for this. We had to do it kind of awkward that way because YouTube would for some reason block Nano addresses in the comments. But so I've got the random YouTube comment picker all loaded up here on my screen. I've put my YouTube video in. I've said filter for duplicate users, so even if you posted multiple comments, you only get 1 entry. I have said include replies to comments because I saw some people reply to my comment rather than post their own comment, so I'm including those as well. We have filter comments based on a specific text, and the text I've put there is Kiwi, which was the secret word you had to put in the comment in order to be entered into the giveaway. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click get YouTube comment here, and we're gonna wait for that to load. And there we go, we've got 499 unique comments, and we are going to pick our first potential winner because after I pick you, I'm gonna double check that you have been mining on the pool. So let's hit start here, and let's see, we've got 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, who says Kiwi 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 waka 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 ya ya. Okay, so let's see if you have actually been mining to 𝗬-𝗦𝗏𝗏s. So first I'm going to go into my secret document here where I have all of the entries from the Google form, and I'm gonna double check that he has submitted his Nano address in the form here, and yes, he has. And then let's copy his Nano address there, and let's see if he has been mining on 𝗬-𝗦𝗏𝗏s. Oh, it looks like he hasn't. Let me just try one more time. And I'll go directly to the Ethereum pool here. And I'll post the address again. No, I'm sorry, you're not gonna win because you don't seem to have been mining on the pool, which was a requirement for the giveaway. So let's pick our next potential winner. Alright, so we have 𝗧-𝗦𝗡𝗏𝗏, who said, awesome, I learned a lot about mining from your channel, definitely worth to subscribe, Kiwi for you. Ah, that was a very nice comment indeed. So let me see if I can find you in my form here. Yes, I can. So let me copy the Nano address that you have been submitting here. And let's see if you have been mining on the 𝗬-𝗦𝗏𝗏's pool. And yes, it does seem like he has. Yeah, on 2 rigs even. So that is beautiful. 𝗧-𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗏, you are the first winner. So let's pick our second winner, shall we? And so that is 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗏, and he says Kiwi for the win. Yes, Kiwi for the win. So let me just double check that I can find your Nano address submitted in the form here. Yes, I can. So let me copy your nano address and let's double check that you have been mining on the pool. Yes, you have. Look at that, beautiful. So yeah, 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗥𝗧𝗦, you are the second winner in the 𝗬-Miners Nano giveaway. Congratulations to you both. Alright, so if you've made it this far in this video, I just want to say thank you for sticking around and thank you all for being patient with me getting this video out this week. I was actually working on a completely different video for several days this week, all for it to just kind of not work in the end. I was trying to figure out this whole new thing with mining, and in the end it just did not work. And I never want to put out a bad video of just nothingness that doesn't like bring any value to you guys. So I had to kind of just last minute improvise a video, which was this, you know, NBminer video about the new unlock, just so that I could have something that I thought would bring you guys some value, where I could also pick the winners for the giveaway. So thank you so much for your patience there, and thank you for sticking around. And if you appreciate me or this video or whatever, then you could give the video one of these. I'd really appreciate that. And what you gotta do now is click on that next video on the screen, because this video is over. You can also click the picture on my face to subscribe to the channel. I'd always really appreciate that. But yeah, you can go click on that next video and I shall see you there. Goodbye, my friends. Have a good one.